Namaskar. How many of us look into the mirror every day? Well, what a question. All of us do. And if you do not have a mirror, what do? We use our cell phone, we use our camera, and we look into the camera and see how we are looking, isn't it? Yes, we do that. And why is all that important? It's just an awareness. It's just a confidence that we are suitable enough for the world. Now, if that is just about awareness of our physical look and feel, how about exploring a tool which is about self-awareness, about various aspects of our life? Could be qualities, could be your duties, your responsibilities, could be your knowledge. And how about getting the self-awareness corrected and verified and compared with the people you care? Well, sounds too big, but we're going to explore together a concept called as Johari Window. Ready for that? Let's move on. So Johari Window as a concept has 4 quadrants. The x-axis talks about me, I know and I do not know. These are 2 elements which we talk about in the concept of the Johari Window on the x-axis. What does the y-axis have? The y-axis is about you or the other person. What you know and what you do not know is the second part of the y-axis. Now, these 4 things together build 4 quadrants. The first quadrant is about what I know and what you know. Maybe about my qualities, maybe about a certain topic, maybe about certain duties which we want to talk about. The second quadrant on the top talks about what I do not know and what you know. Now, that could be something which is not there in my list, what is not there in my top 10, but you consider that is important. And this is a blind window for me where I now know another person's perspective. The third quadrant here talks about what you don't know and I know. That's my perspective. That's an additional information which I have, which you don't think is important, or it's not in your top 10, or you're not aware of. What do I do in this quadrant? I really figure out why this is happening, why something which I am doing or having is not visible to the other person. And I can take some efforts here to improvise. The fourth quadrant normally remains blank because that's I do not know, you do not know. And we look at that quadrant sometime later in life. And there are many things which could come there, but we do not know. Isn't that true? So this Johari window could be used in various places. Various places like your professional life, your personal life, with your friends, socially. And this is a very wonderful tool to help you be aware of what you think about yourself and what people think about you. One of the applications is to get feedback about your own qualities or about your behaviors. You could use an adjective list. You can use that with your colleagues, peers, or even your family members, your spouse, your parents, your children. And you can ask them what do they feel about you, make your own list, and the common part goes in quadrant 1. Their additional points goes in this quadrant on the right hand side. Your additional points come over here, and this report is something which you could discuss with your peers, with your kids, with your family members, and your spouse too. Well, how does it really help? It helps build the first step, that is the awareness of how I look at things and how others look at things. It could even be applied for something like duties and responsibilities at home, at workplace. What I think are my responsibilities at home, and I make a list of it. I ask other members to write down what they think are my responsibilities. The common responsibilities which come in their list and my list come in the first quadrant. The additional responsibilities which they think come over here. My things which I do, my responsibilities come in this bottom quadrant. And now you could discuss this further. Now, what do you discuss this further about? This I do additional. Other people don't have that in their priority list. So you may want to choose, do you want to really continue doing it or not? The right side top quadrant talks about what they feel you should be doing, or they are not been observing you doing that. Maybe you're doing it. So you need to really revisit. That's a feedback for you. You need to revisit how you do it, or if you're not doing it, how you can start doing it. Another application could be between departments in an organization or colleagues where you have an internal customer relationship. Now, what does that person expect from me as a department is something that I write down in my list, and I ask the other person, what are your top 10 expectations from me? And then we use these two lists to create a report. Now, I look at my list and I look at their expectations from me, and I put it in my column in the common part of the quadrant. The additional things which come from them, which is not in my list, come on this side, and my additional points come in this lower quadrant. What do I do about it? I discuss with the other department, these additional things, are they really a part of my KRA? If not, I discuss harder. If yes, I really revisit and change my priorities at work. My additional things which I do is an open thought for them that this guy does these things for us. Is it really important? If they are not important, you could stop doing, or at least they come to know these are the additional things which the person is doing, which is not on my priority list. This Johari window is a very wonderful tool to use in your personal life, in your professional life, and even in your social life to build your own awareness and to build good interpersonal relationship with people. So guys, just stop watching this video and go back and apply. All the best. Thank you and dhanyavad.